Hey everyone, welcome back to Pine Hollow Auto Diagnostics. We got an interesting one here. 2006 Nissan Maxima V6 3.5. Crank no start. Cooling fans are on. And on the codes here we have no check engine light. It doesn't illuminate at all. And we can talk to airbag, ABS, and engine. And in the engine, we have the U1000 CAN communications circuit fault. Fuel level sensor circuit, chain of ECM immobilizer. It's in lock mode. It's basically locked down. Security light is on right there. Try to crank it. Nothing. Okay. So let's gonna pull up some wiring diagrams, see what this network looks like, see where this engine computer lives, so first let's save this report. So what you want to do before starting any diagnostics is save that, pre-repair. Basically keep track of all your codes. So we can only talk to 3 modules on this car. It's interesting. Let's pull up a wiring diagram of this communications circuit. Alright, so we got Mr. Bob hooked to the DLC, and the ground lead is on the battery, because that's very important, is to have a good reference. It's tempting to use the grounds on the box here, but we don't know if the grounds on the DLC are good or bad. So we want to use the battery ground just like Bernie Thompson preaches in his videos. So let's turn the key on, see what this network looks like. Looks like nothing. Okay. So the network is basically down. We got one line at 4 volts, the other line's at measure these guys. 3.5, 1.6. And you might ask, how can the scanner talk to these 3 modules? There must be different separate communication lines. Now the OEM diagram, this is the CAN network, and we have ECM, TCM, data link connector, BCM, display unit, steering angle sensor, all these, ABS, IPDM, everything is on the bus, on the CAN. So how can we talk to those 3 modules? Well, let's go back to the non-OE diagrams. Information bus. And see. Alright, here we go. Transmission control unit, AC switch, display unit. There's the data link connector. So there's 6 and 14 is the CAN. That's down. However, there's a green wire, pin 7, that goes to our ABS. It goes to the airbag, and it goes to the engine control module. That's the K line. That's how the scanner's talking to those 3 modules. So we need to figure out why this CAN network right now is completely down. The shop where this got towed from said computer's missing power and they want to just send it out for repair. I don't think so, because the computer's talking on the K line. We need to figure out what is wrong with this CAN network. So what's the easiest thing to unplug and separate out? Well, ABS, transmission. We can pull some fuses behind right side of dash. Try to disable some of these modules, but this might be a long diagnosis if you don't get lucky right off the bat. Very interesting symptoms. When we turn the key off, no change to the can whatsoever, and the voltage levels are not pulled to ground or stuck at battery voltage. There must be a module just keeping these lines low, or something's not waking up. We can plug in our scanner into the bob and see, if it tries to talk on the can. But let's try that first. Alright, so scanner is plugged in. Let's try to reconnect. And we can do a rescan. Those network lines, pins 6 and 14, are stuck at that voltage, which is crazy. I like it. So behind the glove box, unplugging both the TCM and the ECM did not change our voltage levels. Doesn't matter where the key is, they're still stuck. Gotta keep going after those other modules. Alright, so I've been here for a couple hours here. So how many modules do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 modules. And I either unplugged or pulled fuses for each one, except for these bottom two. No change on the scope. So the last two here we have a steering angle sensor and display unit, which is the radio. This steering sensor, let's look at the diagram for that. So here we go, we have two power feeds, steering angle sensor, we have a battery feed and an ignition feed, and they also feed the unified meter and AC amp. And also our combination meter. Okay, so if we pull, let's look at the scope here. So key is on. So fuses 19 and 12, which are right here, 19 and 12 is at the bottom. So this row, 12 is down here, 19 is right here. Let's watch the scope and see what happens on our network. So let's first pull 19. Nothing happened. Pull number 12. Our fans shut off. And it looks like our communication is back. That's what a good CAN network looks like. Now we can always drop the time base a little bit. Let's pause it. That's a good looking can. 2.5, 3.5, 2.5 to 1.5. So that bottom fuse right there also killed our DLC power, but the network is back. Now, can we crank and start the car? Let's see. Now it's a no crank, so we killed power to something else that's key. But we restored the network. That is, you know, we're mostly done with the diagnosis, but we still want to get this car to start. So we need to see the power distribution diagram for those two fuses and see if we can eliminate the module that's pulling this network down the ground. Crazy stuff. I can't believe it was the last module that I had to check. Well, apparently this car does not have vehicle dynamics control, it just has traction control. So I was a little confused here. I pulled up the wrong diagram. So these fuse 19 and 12, we're down at its unified meter and AC amp. There's no steering angle position sensor on this vehicle. So let's locate this module. It's the last one. Well, this unified meter and AC amp assembly, that's the HVAC control unit. Guess we have to pop this panel off, unplug this thing. Let's try to do that. Well, we're tearing the dash apart here. Interesting coin collection. Probably gonna drop half of these. I don't know why people do this. Oh crap. What the heck? Why is that coin like inside the module? Might have to show the shop owner here. This is insane. Why is there a crack there? Wow.
Stuck down in that way.
Yeah, so let's take off pieces and see what happens here. I don't know if that's like a little vent hole.
Yeah, I see it. Wow.
That could have, oh yeah, it probably touched the circuit board in there. Let's see what happens when we turn the key. Nope. So let's take this module out, unplug it, and see if the car starts up. So with this HVAC amplifier unplugged, our network is back, but we have a no crank, and all our fuses are in. So what does that tell us? Does this thing need to be online to enable this, you know, the crank? Plug it back in, boom, network is down. Huh. Oh, I'm not in park. Okay. Because I have to move the shifter out of the way. Let's see here. That should be neutral. Okay, cranks. Let me unplug that again. Car should start, Ryan.
Car should
Can you
start.
believe? Are you gonna believe it if it starts because of this?
No, not because of a coin and a bobby pin.
Nope. No way. Where's my
little red clip
my little favorite red am I sitting on it? No. It's been kind of a, here it is. Kind of a long day here. I was just here to program the ABS module, and then Ryan was like, hey, we got one. Another shop wants to throw a computer at. You mind taking a look? All right, here we go. Woo! Oh man, unbelievable. There's the network. So the gauges aren't going to work without that thing.
Without that thing, because that's what controls the gauges.
Yep, it's a unified HVAC and gauges. Unbelievable though. It actually fired. I can't believe it myself.
That's because of a coin and a bobby pin down in that hole.
Yep. And why is that hole there? Well, if it wasn't there, this wouldn't have been a problem. So we can.
You'd have to ask Nissan why that
That's ridiculous.
There.
Something must have gotten shorted out. for good, because we took the coin out and it's still pulling down the network.
Yeah.
And we got a Christmas tree here, but we got the car started. So I think get a new one of these, pop it in, and should be good to go. Maybe give it a little detailing.
A little detailing.
Yeah. Well, that's it for this one. There's a good network signal right there. That's what we're looking for all along. So let's just plug in that module, see what happens. Will the car just shut off? And
boom, no network signal.
It's gonna shut off eventually. It's already not happy. Definitely won't restart. Actually, it did restart, but we have no
network.
No network. Gauges are still down. But if we have no network, I'm surprised that it started.
Yeah.
So none of this stuff works. That's about it. So that's the diagnosis. If we do the repair, we'll take another shot, but thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. A little bonus footage. Let's scan all the modules for codes. Transmission's back online, IPDM, BCM, ABS, engine, so clear DTCs. And the only codes that should remain is HVAC, cluster, offline. Crazy case study. So the only codes left here, engine, U1001, and fuel level sensor circuit, because our fuel level is showing 0. BCM, CAN-COM circuit, auto drive, POS, I don't even know what that is. Oh, that's the driver's seat position. So that should work. Whatever. Yep. Hey, at least we can talk to it. That's it. Time to go home. So we're back in the Nissan Maxima with the busted AC amplifier combination module. We got a brand new one, or used one, from eBay. So it's a pain in the butt to get this one out, the original one, because the screws are on the side and you have to like disassemble the entire console. But to make sure we're not doing any unnecessary work, I plugged in the new module. There's 3 connectors on the back, and also the faceplate for the HVAC. So let's turn the key on, reset all the codes. Okay, our fuel gauge is back. Sweet, it's already looking pretty good. So let's jump into Nissan. Automatically search. Yep, confirmed to Maxima. Let's do a health report, and then delete all the codes. Start this thing up. Should be as good as new. And look, our HVAC works. Now why did the buttons not work? It doesn't like something there. Can't control it. Well, so it doesn't want to play nice here. So it needed the display plugged in to behave. Okay, perfect. I was getting a little worried there. Not a big fan of interrelated systems where you need one for the other to function. It's nice to have separate, you know, self-sufficient systems. So if one thing breaks, you're not you know, you're not completely down. So let's clear DTCs from everything. Goes pretty quick. Okay, we're all green check marks. Let's shut the key off. Key back on. Okay, no bad warning lights. Let's just rescan one more time. AC works. Seems to blow pretty cold. So we'll make sure there are no codes left, and then we have to do the hard part, is to tear the console apart and actually install this thing. So final scan, perfect, no codes. Now it's just some nuts and bolts. I guess that's it for this one. Thanks all for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. By the way, if you're trying to remove the shift knob, the trick is to slide the collar down first. So here's the collar. Slide that down. That exposes this clip. Pull the clip off, and then boop, it comes right off. This comes off, and then it's just 4 bolts. Whole center stack comes out, and then you can get to the side bolts. So the new module is in. I'm going to put a piece of tape over this magic hole right here. I think it's just for testing. You can see some like pins in there, but it's not for cooling. Really unfortunate that it was right in that coin slot, but everything else is pretty basic. A little bonus footage. Hope you enjoy that one. See you next time. Bye bye.